we've come to a major step. I've built all the components that I need to put together the Ultra shelves. And today I'm actually gonna put the frame together. So I got my drill and I got my driver, but I'm gonna have to sink about 100 screws plus today, and that includes pre-drilling. So I got my work cut out, and I gotta get this thing done so that there's room to park the car. I'm gonna start securing the horizontal boards 3.3 meters wide. I mean, this thing's bigger than I thought. I'm so excited. You can see I've had too much coffee, but I've got my tools charged up and I'm ready to do it myself. Never point the drills at your face either. That was an example of why you shouldn't do that. Because you get too excited, next thing you know, there's stitches everywhere. I'm gonna do it myself and I don't need nobody else. I'm gonna do it myself and I don't want no fucking help. And if it gets too hard, I'll go to YouTube. And if that don't work, I guess I'll hire a dude. Oh yeah! Okay, well, you need a plan first. I use this awesome 3D modeling program called SketchUp. It's free. I learned how to use it from watching YouTube. That's the best way to learn anything. Wouldn't be the first time you've done that, would it? Mentos. Now the first thing we gotta do is build a frame. So check this out. Whoop! I call them the ladders, but I guess you could call them the end pieces, and here they are. It's just one technical thing I really want to show you using this program, and the pattern of screws is super important, okay? Now, I didn't paint screw holes on all the little bits, but you can imagine this is the same for any one of these parts. You make the outward facing arrow technique. So see how it looks like an arrow, and that looks like an arrow going that way, that looks like an arrow going that way. Why is that so important? I'm gonna show you right now. Here comes the side beam, look out, whoop. And I wanna show you why it's so important to have your screws in this position. On the outside, attaching this giant long sideboard, I've got 4 in a square. And why is that awesome? Pretend you had X-ray vision and you could see where the screws came in here from the other side. Would it look like this? Yes, it would. It dodges the other screws perfectly, so you don't have to worry about screwing into a screw. That could be catastrophic. All the screws are happy in their little holes now, and it's just about as strong of a joint as you could ever possibly hope to have, unless you were around in the 60s. And so I think now you understand how we're going to do that, and eventually why it's going to look like this. Boom! Hey, it's fun to dick around on the internet making virtual Ultra shelves, but there comes a time when it's time to head into the garage and build a real one. Come on. Let's do it. Here we go, pre-drilling the first hole. You can see why this is a big job, because I'm drilling into hardwood here, and as I learned on the earlier part of this project, I have to clean the bit off several times to get the depth that I want. Otherwise it starts to burn and it's going to destroy the bit and damage the wood. I've got a nice clean hole there, and now I can find my driver, put that on there. I'm praying that by squaring up the pieces of wood, they will naturally square the whole project. But sometimes wood, it bows and it changes, and so I need a little bit of help from the big guy. And I don't mean God, I mean the big guy that lives next door. He's really good at this kind of stuff. The guy called Dave Wirth, he's on YouTube, and he has tremendous garage shelf, and I borrowed a lot of his ideas, and of course that's why I'm giving him a major plug. Check out Dave Wirth's plan. I just made it bigger and put a center beam, so I sort of made my own version of his, but he uses a cardboard template so you know where to drill, but I'm just eyeballing it. Boom. First one's in. Only 19 to go. Joel Osborne is going to help me. How you doing, Joel?
I'm good, Aj. How are you? Should I get some safety goggles?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Around here, safety's number 1, okay? Guess what number 2 is? Safety. It's 1 and 2. Well, finished one side. I got 5 of the horizontal boards that go across. Now we're gonna flip it over. Anyway, just be careful when you lift so you don't hurt your back. This thing weighs more than I can lift, so that's why my good pal Joel is gonna help out. She's flipped over, and now I'm gonna put the other bit on, and man, it's getting heavier by the minute. This isn't a regular garage shelf, this is Ultra Shelf. It's gonna have 5 more 3.3 meter boards and 2 more in the center verticals. Whew, not to mention the plywood shelving. I think I need more friends. I don't have a lot of friends, so subscribe. Whew, well, that's the other side now. Main part of the frame is constructed, and I just added 3.3 times 5, 15, probably 17 meters of timber to that thing in the form of 2x4s. And I got my friend Marty to come around to join the dim team. And we're gonna try to stand this thing up so that we can put the shelves on. I mean, this thing is just, it's going gangbusters today. Oh, shit! Huh? What'd you say about that? You see it? It's not even done yet. Dim. D-I-M. You got that? Woo! And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because you can do this too. If I can do it, you can do it. That's what dim's all about. I made a shelf, it was so strong. I did not know that it would be so long. So then I called it Ultra Shelf. I did it all by myself. Be sure to like and subscribe.